All right, everyone, a quick update on LCX here. So I cleaned the chart up to kind of keep things simple as we can here. Now, it came down to that level, that multi-year resistance level that it broke over, and it held pretty good here on all of these weekly candles. It pumped up, it was forming that structure here, and then for some reason this thing just came crashing down. I don't know why that is the case on LCX. This could very well have been the top for this thing if it continues to go lower. And I would say that low to the high, you can see the candle sitting right on the 618 here at 9. So if it falls lower than 9, if it ever goes back up, it's going to take a long time for this thing to go back up. But that could very well tell you this was the top if you break below 9 here. That's exactly where you're sitting, down almost 22% on the week here. It's down below the macro 382 at about 10 pennies. So any kind of momentum in a bounce here, you have to get back to being bullish over 10 on the macro, and you have to hold 9 here. Like I said, if it falls lower than 9, then you do have the 236786 here, but at that point you're dropping another 30% here, 32, 33% down to this 6 penny range. And then, like I said, if it holds there, it's going to go sideways for a while, and then at some point it'll go back up in the future, maybe. So like I said, if you know what's going on with LCX, comment down below. What is the situation with why the price is dumping like this? After, it broke that macro multi-year resistance level at that 0.5 at 14, and then it came all the way up here just to come back down and then break that level and break that macro support and resistance area. So we'll see what happens here, but if you hold 9, this could be the bottom on this thing, and it could go right back up. And then as for how high is it going to go, if it only comes back up, since it came back down so low, back to the previous high, maybe a little bit lower, maybe it makes a lower high on the macro, maybe you'll get a 7x out of this thing up to, the 60 cent range. If it comes back up to the high and breaks a little bit, maybe you'll get an 8x out of this thing if it comes up to maybe 70 cents here. But we do have a couple of targets to the upside, but the fact that it came down so much, I really don't know where this thing's going to end up now. So if it does end up making a new high, we have the 1272 at 160, 1.2 billion market cap, and a 17.5x if it holds up where it is today, and that is the bottom again on this thing. And then of course, oh, and by the way, if this thing does bounce here, the fact that this was multi-year resistance at that 14 level, and you got above it, and it was holding strong for all of these weekly candles here, it broke below that level now. So that level now is going to be that heavy resistance once again, in my opinion. So a big price to watch and get back over would be that macro 0.5 at 14 here. So it could bounce here, get stuck, continue the lower highs here. It's making lower lows. So it could bounce and come all the way back up here, and we'll think it's bullish once again, but it could get stuck right at that level once again, and then that's when it falls off the table. So just be cautious of that. So the higher prices here, if it gets past the new high at 160, 1 billion market cap, I would say these are moonshots now. Maybe all of these are moonshots now, but you can see a 3.6 billion market cap, which it could very well hit these in the future. But for this cycle, the fact that it came down so far, I'm not too sure what it's going to do now. So a 28x to a 3 billion, 3.6 to 3 or 250 rather, 1414 retracement. And then the top here, the 1618 at 474, 475, 4.5 billion market cap, and about a 52x on LCX here. So with that being said, hopefully that helped a little bit. Good luck. None of this is financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.